One possession for the Kings already, one turnover. A great start for them. Adam Black wouldn't be happy about that. Simon Kerle loads up and knocks down a three.
I know it's extreme.
This is Jason Cameron. Hands it back to Simon Kerle. Busy as ever. Off the glass.
Simon Kerle is so tough. He's talking to the referee. Wanted a bit of a bump and a foul on that play, but he's tough on his second move. His initial move, and then he spins or goes between his legs, and that's when he's really tough.
Yet another Suns. A scoring spree early on. Helped out by some Kings turnovers. Kerle now at the top of the Kingsway again. Over Cameron Dickinson. Wow.
Wow, that was an excellent shot. Simon Kerle will usually shoot the shot if he's open or looks to take people off the dribble and usually penetrate and draw D. Haven't got such a high release. That's a good shot for him. Spoke to him after the Perth game. He doesn't mind it when he has pressure on him because he's 6'5" and shoots the basketball at the peak.
Kerle trying to thread the needle to Clarence Tyson. Goes out of bounds off the Townsville Sun hand.
And that's where he is so dangerous. He's so methodical and patient when he backs his opponent down. And when the double team comes, he can find the open guy so well. Just had a little bit too much on that one. Clarence Tyson couldn't handle it.
Kerle now getting a screen from Tyson off the glass. The whistle blows for a foul.
Nice drive again. This is Simon Kerle. As you see Melvin Thomas leaning forward, trying to get a little bit of a bump on Simon Kerle to throw a shot off. You can see it from another angle. Goes hard left past Dickinson. And that's where the contact.
On the scoreboard in a much healthier position. Kerle waits at the charity stripe.
Well, as Simon goes to the line, let's look at some of the statistics that the Suns have compiled so far in the year. They're shooting 52% from the field. In the preseason, they shot 58%, so it's not a fluke. They've been shooting the basketball extremely well for a good number of games.
Kerle now 9 points to lead all scorers. And that margin is 5 with some pressure.
Well, the Kings don't want to run recklessly, but they're doing a good job at pushing the basketball and getting the ball into their low post player, Bruce Bolden.
Kerle with the arching, leading shot. Burton now around Mitchell. He'll get it.
And that's what you got to like about Aaron Trahair. Even though he hasn't been shooting the basketball well, he's never looked hesitant on his shot.
We are tied up at 20 apiece until that little finger roll from Simon Kerle. What a first quarter he's having.
And what a pickup for them. I know Cameron Dickinson averaged 20 for them last year, but he has been able to dribble the basketball, create his own shots, and we have a word with him at halftime.
Kruger now under some pressure himself. Got it to Kerle, trying to drive the lane, got it to Tyson. Gets the ball to roll in for him. Jason Cameron to Simon Kerle for three. And that is good.
Alan Black said you got to be aware of Simon Kerle. He's shooting the basketball extremely well. Kings not communicating in that zone. To be aware of where the shooter is. They're doing whatever they want, whenever they want to do it, late in the first quarter and now.
Kerle driving around everybody, makes it with the left hand. He wanted a foul called there.
He is absolutely kniving the Kings up in the first game, scoring over 20. He looks like he's on a 30-plus game tonight.
Games of 97. Rucker now, back to Kerle. Bumping off from Trahair and then makes it.
He is having one heck of a basketball game. Penetration now. Simon Kerle has gotten that in his basketball game. Takes that extra dribble into the paint and draws the defense. Make sure they come all the way. Kerle for three.
And it goes. Drop though as Thomas hits the floor, and then Whitehead in turn has a little lay down on the pine. And here's Kerle all the time in the world again. He won't miss that, I'll tell you.
Well, he hasn't missed too many. 26 points in the first half. 10 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 on those downtown jump shots. He's having a blinder.
They're almost Shane Hill-like numbers.
He's on fire.
Simon spent some time with the hammer in Minnesota, where it was considerably colder than it was back here during the summer. On to Cameron. Quickly they work it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kerle up against Trahere. He draws the foul.
Now that is a tough move to make. You're back to the basket. He just feels you with his body and just seems to get on your hip consistently throughout the basketball game. And he is one guy that you don't want to have your body up against. He just feels where you are and he goes the opposite way. He's under control. It's tough because you can't double team him because he's such a good passer. And obviously they haven't been able to come up with an answer for him because the man's got 28 big ones in the first half.
I hope there's plenty of ink in the pen as we head towards Kings.
Bruce Bolden steady as usual at 12. Matty Nielsen, great support coming off the bench for him with 8. Also 7 rebounds going with that. Cameron Dickinson in limited time has 7. Melvin Thomas with 6. And here's the story of the game. Simon Kerle with 28 points in the first half. Derek Rucker only 3 of 10 from the field for his 11. Clarence Tyson with 10. And Tony D hasn't been doing a whole lot, only has 2.
Those 4 scorers there, we haven't gone short on the graphics. They are the only 4 scorers at halftime for the Townsville Suns. Kerle with 28, Tyson with 10, Rucker. Kerle gives it back to Rucker. The Suns down by 12. Kerle now. Won't miss that. Now he's 5 of 9 from outside the three-point line. Has 31 points in the game on 11 of 16 shooting. Thomas almost gets it to drop. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in for the 2.
Good hustle by Melvin Thomas. On this end of the floor, if Simon Kerle's defender, I believe it was Cameron Dickinson, gets hung up on a screen, they've got to get some help. The man's got 30 points.
D'Ambrosis. They work it to Rucker. Here is the hot hand. Around a leaning jumper under the armpit of Cameron Dickinson.
Or you let him take another tough shot, because if he pulls up on that one, that would have been another tough shot.
Pass for Kerle from the corner. Thomas got a touch on it, but it still manages to go for Simon Kerle. What a game. 35 points, and we're still 8 minutes and 50 seconds away from the three-quarter time break.
Well, even if he's missed the shot, it's kind of trickled out. He has been right on target the entire night. Trying to get over there on the help defense from the wing, just a little bit too late.
Foul trouble may be the only way to stop Simon Kerle. Burton misses with the attempted 3. Kerle now pulls up outside, finds Tyson. Left all alone underneath the hoop. His margin, which was 13, now back to 9. Rucker drew up the long-range shot. Kerle does likewise. That looked good from the moment it left his hand.
And also a good job by his teammates to deliver the basketball to the man who's hot.
Remaining in the game. D'Ambrosis. Here's Kerle. Trying to get around Burton. Turns it to Jason Cameron. And he fouls for the Kings here in the fourth quarter. 4 for the Suns. This one could well be decided from the free throw line. Kerle driving through traffic. Got it to Tyson. Works some magic right there.
And Simon knows that he's going to get a lot of attention because he's put in a bucket load of points. Draws the D and spoon feeds Clarence Tyson for the deuce.
Cameron to Kruger. Kerle trying to get past Dickinson. Got it to Tyson again.
He is killing the Kings. Talking about Simon Kerle. Another penetration and dish, and just hands it to Clarence Tyson. How often do you see a basket that easy at this level? Hardly ever.
Game. Simon Kerle, 40 points, 6 assists. Most of the game by anybody. Tyson looking for Kerle. Burton almost plucked it out of thin air. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Rucker back out to Kerle with plenty of room, and he makes it. Oh, please.
Woo! Derek Rucker picking up his 5th assist. But more importantly, game on the line, Kerle hits a bomb. He's either handing it to somebody for a score.
Kings have 3. Kruger. Jason Cameron looking for Kerle. Watch closely by Burton and Dickinson. Here he is, works into open space, and booyah!
How on earth does a man with 45 points just come off a double screen without anybody recognizing his man was caught on the double?
1.2 seconds left.
I guess he didn't want 50.
Was going to be some theory. 49 points for Simon Kerle. He misses out on the half century as Aaron Trahair avoids everybody. And the Sydney Kings wrapping up their second victory of the season. 4-point winners over the Townsville Suns here at the Kingdome. 112 to 108 the final scoreline. What a game by Simon Kerle to have 49 points for the Suns. But they were outgunned in the final quarter by the men in purple.
As you see the top scorers in this basketball game, Isaac Burton had a quiet 29 for the Sydney Kings to lead the way for them. Bruce Bolden was steady with 18. Melvin Thomas hit some clutch shots for the Kings when the Townsville Suns were making their run late in the third quarter and then the fourth. Cameron Dickinson got it going a little bit there early in the basketball game in the second quarter, hit a couple of shots. Aaron Trahair with 15. Simon Kerle, the man of the hour, or the couple of hours where we watched this basketball game. 49 points, 18 of 26 from the field, 69% from there, 8 of 12 from three-point range, 5 of 6 where he missed that free throw just at the end of the basketball game. 6 assists. What a basketball game for them, and that was just about it for the Towns.
Brisbane to get an early break on them, and they really had to do a lot of work to reel them back in. That's a nice move from Simon Kerle as he penetrates and banks 2 off the glass.
Good patience, too, by Townsville as they work their system and get Simon Kerle on a roll.
A percentage play, but now they get a new 30-second shot clock. Kerle penetrates, dishes to Cameron, firing over the top of Sapwell. Yes! To a block from Grant Kruger. He keeps it alive as well. And Simon Kerle with a little theatrics. Rucker inside for Tony D'Ambrosis. Had his problems, has to retreat to Kerle. Now Jason Cameron firing for 3. Yes! Cameron, June 93. Are they headed for another famous victory? Costa enjoying our coverage right around Australia on Fox, the only place to see the NBL live. And Simon Kerle salutes the crowd as he buries 2 more. 5-point lead as we count down the final 60 seconds of this contest.
Many of those medium-range jump shot, all money. Simon Kerle will go to the hoop. Good drive. Darnell Mee, who's one of the better shooters.
Another offensive weapon.
Randy Rutherford gives a nice feed into Zorner. He steps back, skips it to Simon Kerle, who's deep. Bang! Simon Kerle from the scorer's bench. Man, that was a bomb. Against the Sydney Kings, he was shooting 51% from the field and 52 outside the arc. Simon Kerle's finding the range from the land of plenty.
Yeah, he gets free. He comes up and sets the up screen on the big man trailing, and either you switch that thing or the big guy fights through it. But when you got a shooter of Simon Kerle's caliber, you got to hug his hip and make sure you are right on him, because the back screener is usually the guy open for the.
Gives Adelaide a 2-point lead as the first quarter begins to wind down. Halliwell, he'll try and turn the corner, can't. Simon Kerle will have to launch one off just as the shot clock goes off, and it's good. Got it off before the shot clock went off. Of course, the rule is if it goes in, it counts. If it misses, then it's a shot clock violation, regardless of who gets the rebound. So you don't need Gary Fox to tell you. I'll tell you.
Well, hey, Simon, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. He is just add water, instant offense, as is Kevin Brooks.
Exactly. Kevin Brooks as the Hooter goes off to end the first quarter. He's showing you his skills left and right. Stutter step, crossover dribble, bang for three. Adelaide take a 3-point lead into the quarter break, 23-20 here on Fox. Well, not a bad game here for the Brisbane Bullets. I'm sure if they thought they were going to be just down by 3 points to the Adelaide 36ers a few weeks ago, who were looking invincible a couple of weeks ago. But they look like they have a couple of chinks in their armor after a loss and getting out rebounded last night to the Sydney Kings.
Yeah, well, that's the surprising stat. And so far the rebounds are, Brisbane's doing the job there. They've got, you got to look at offensive rebounds and you look at total rebounds because those are usually the ones that are most telling. But being down by 3, shooting 57% to 38 for Adelaide, things are looking good. The question is the lack of depth of Brisbane, are they going to be able to sustain it throughout the next 3 quarters?
Now let's check out the top scorers in this basketball game thus far. Simon Kerle had the hot hand early. He's in double figures with 10. Zorner with 4, Wheeler with 3, Barlow with 2, and Kahari Jackson, I like saying that name, he picked up 1. But he had 4 turnovers to go with that. He's got to turn that one around. Brett Maher has 7. Kevin Brooks with 7. Darnell Mee has a 3. Nashi with 2, and Mark Davis came off the bench to pick up 2. These guys are very deep, but their star player this year has been Darnell Mee on a team full of stars. And watch him, that hesitation dribble.
Simon's got to be out there. You got to have him for both the threat and the productivity, and he's proven this year to really be one of the offensive superstars in this league. That's been out of need. They're burping the ball up way too much, though. Interior target for Brisbane. I mean, then you're relying all on your perimeter guys, and this kid has done a great job with it.
Simon Kerle gets Darnell Mee off balance. Good job by Simon Kerle creating space for himself with a very good defender on him. That'll be a block. Barlow.
Play your best D, foul me, and it's still, in your face.
Kerle thought about giving Halliwell an interior feed. Decides to work it from the outside. Kerle gets a look. He had to take some of the arch off of that one as he was falling away.
Jeez, man. He got to get some plays. You got to get him shots. He needs the ball in his hand.
Reeves looked like he had a layup, turned it down. Wheeler pulls down a board. Smallest man in the league pulls that one down. Kerle has another look. Yes.
Sci-fi. He's on. The water has been added. 17 points, 7 for 8 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. That's pretty efficient.
Darnell Mee almost coughs the basketball up. Basketball game with Simon Kerle. Some tough shots. Trying to get them a little bit closer going into the halftime break. He goes again. Darnell Mee picks up another foul. Personal foul number 3. Now, things are starting to get interesting because Mee doesn't guard him. Simon Kerle, that is. He could really do some damage. Tough shot by Simon Kerle. Gets to the basket and scores just before the halftime Hooter. Simon Kerle in his zone as they take some positive play into the halftime break. It's the Brisbane Bullet. Be done after the break, and we're going to have some more live basketball right here on Fox. See you then.
He has. They could run that set all day, every day. Here we get a chance to look at Simon Kerle stepping back off that. I tell you what, they're going to have to climb into his singlet with him because he is feeling it. 9 for 10. There's another look at Darnell. I mean, they could run. We get a chance to look at Rutherford going to the hoop. He's got to get off. We said that he's only had 4 shots in the first half. Somebody else is going to have to get things happening for him. So, I mean, if it's not going to be Rutherford, I don't know who else it could possibly be.
Play it's the Adelaide 36ers who have 10 from Brett Maher, Darnell Mee with 9. But the team, the player, everybody should be trying to think about how they're going to stop is Simon Kerle with 22. He's leading the way for the Brisbane Bullets, and I have the man who has the answers on how to stop Simon Kerle Bill Smythe.
Well, he had an exceptional patch there. He hit 3 big three-pointers for them. But, I mean, overall, the game goes that way. We had a little run, they had a run, and it's going to be a good second half.
Are you surprised that the Brisbane Bullets trying to catch the Adelaide 36ers and trying to give them a road double loss? And this is our key matchup and how these guys are shaping up. And Simon Kerle, boy, did he get hot in the second quarter. He was pretty hot in the first quarter. Look at those stats, Bruce. He is on fire.
That's near perfect. I mean, and you know, those haven't just been spot up, you know, receive and shoot. That's been creating stuff off the dribble. And I tell you what, you don't want him to come out, even to let him play tired, because without him, then the offense does a free fall.
Well, Brett Maher has been no bum either. Look at those numbers, 4 for 7 at 57%. He's perfect outside the three-point line. No turnovers, an assist. Hasn't picked up a board, but neither is Simon Kerle. These guys are having a good game. He's just been outshined by that man right there with the pretty snazzy dude, Simon Kerle, having a great basketball game.
So far, so good. You watch Darnell Mee is going to be probably on him like a glove, and they'll have Brett Maher can kind of rest, play defense with his hands in his pockets if he's going to.
Kerle. I was impressed by Simon Kerle's patience in that first half as he picked up all those points. He really was picking and choosing his spots as Mark Nash picks up his
spot. It quit.
Barlow gets the steal, and Simon Kerle finishes the turnover off.
5 points.
Exactly. Make it a 5-point. Haley, who's wide open short on the glass. Kahari Jackson pulls down a big board. Simon Kerle has numbers, 3-on-2. Loses a handle, but he's fouled by Rupert Sapwell. And Simon, with all that attention, everybody knows where he is out on the floor. Going to make somebody else beat him. This time he's got me on him. He turns the corner, does a good job of getting to the hoop. Just as the shot clock buzzer went off, Kerle did a good job to the hole. We've seen a lot of nice runners tonight. Out of their spirits a little bit. Zaghetti, he's got a medium range J that never quite got there. Kerle's got a long one. He hits it. In the first half, managed to get 8, especially late in that basketball game as Brisbane made their run. Randy Rudd.
Vodafone Arena for our continuing coverage of the NBL's Mitsubishi Challenge. Hi everyone, John Casey with you once again. What a weekend. 3 live games of the NBL here on Fox, and the Melbourne Tigers hoping to get across Brisbane here and try and chase down the Sydney Kings for that 6th spot in the playoffs. Can they do that? Well, certainly Brisbane have been ailing, and I know my co-commentator Steve Carpenter, like most experts around the league, believe this is a good point for Melbourne to start this charge.
Well, it sure is. This is an opportunity for them to get a win at home, and not only do that, but to get some momentum going into the playoffs. They really need to start winning. They need to start winning now. Really start to get some confidence out on the floor with their offense, as well as stopping some people. And this is a good start. They got a good test in Simon Kerle, who's been shooting the basketball very well.
I don't think any team in the NBL has had the injuries that Brisbane has suffered so far this season, and they're on an 18-game losing streak at the moment, away from home, which is a franchise worst. But the good news is Simon Kerle, second in the league in scoring, his 300th NBL match.
Oh, that's right. I mean, a good point that you, well, not a good point for the Brisbane Bullets, but the point you made about them losing so many on the road really shows that they need to consolidate and get to their structure. What you do on the road, court game going, and that's probably been lacking for the Brisbane Bullets. Simon Kerle has done a great job at bailing them out in some games they probably should have never won, but some big games from him, they're capable of beating anybody.
Well, the biggest of the Melbourne Tigers, we have 4 of the top 9 scorers in the league involved in this match, including the top 2. They are our key matchup, Andrew Gaze and Simon Kerle.
Well, with these guys, this is going to be a shootout at the OK Corral. Not original, but very appropriate. 29 points a game for Andrew Gaze. That's, of course, or believe it or not, under his career average. That's incredible. And Simon Kerle having a stellar year at 25 points a game, shooting 42% from the field. And remember how tough those shots are. Andrew Gaze gets his fair share of layups, and he has everybody looking for him. Simon Kerle probably doing it a little bit more difficult, having hit some tough shots. And as you see, Andrew Gaze, 6.3 assists. That's a very impressive stat for somebody who takes as many shots as he does. To get that many assists just shows how active he is when he does have the basketball. That's the man you're going to have to look for tonight or this afternoon. Simon Kerle, he has been scorching. And his ability to hit shots and get himself in a position to shoot the basketball, because he wasn't not great at creating his shots, but he is getting the maximum out of his talent. He really credits that to his workout regime. He's in great shape, and he's done a lot of work in the offseason, and that gives him a whole lot of confidence.
Loggins going to Simon Kerle, who wants to penetrate on Copeland in traffic, off the window, unsuccessful, gets his own rebound, and Simon Kerle has his first score in game number 300 in the NBL. Kerle has it. Kerle, Rutherford and Loggins running with him. A 4-on-2 for the Brisbane Bullets, and Simon Kerle finishes it off in style. Now they must get back in a hurry because Gaze has...
Well, Simon Kerle has done a good job of putting the ball in the basket, but he's not just hitting jump shots. He's finishing plays off like this. Good defensive play by Leonard Copeland, making Simon Kerle change his shot, but still Simon able to knock it down.
Well, he has been undoubtedly their main scoring threat this year. Last week, Simon Kerle had 40 against Townsville. He's had a season high of 42. Which came against Cairns. Has the ability to rack up the points very quickly indeed. Daniel Egan to Simon Kerle. Skip past to Rutherford, who has the hot hand at the moment, and was fouled by Andrew Gaze. Rutherford will take 3 from the free throw line. Casual passes cut out by Randy Rutherford. Kerle streaking to the other end will come up with an easy 2. Again, the Brisbane in 2 matches this year. Back to a 15-point spread. Brisbane go to Leroy Loggins, and it's a good option.
And just being the guy that sets the precedence on the defensive end of the floor.
Copeland gets his 3rd personal. Simon Kerle makes a 3-point play. Point lead in favour of the Melbourne Tigers, who started this period with a 13-point edge. Nice pass from Zorna to Simon Kerle, who banks 2 off the window.
I like how patient Simon Kerle has been. They've done a good defensive job on him. He's not forcing too many shots, not getting too tentative where he's not looking for a shot, but looks for one every now and then just to see if he's got his rhythm going. But he's been getting it up, getting in a lot of different ways, mixing it up.
5 on the shot. Simon Kerle penetrating, found some space, just couldn't finish it off, but the foul is going to be assessed on Leonard Copeland, I believe. That's going to be his 4th personal. He has 4 of Melbourne's 11 fouls. Simon Kerle doesn't believe he's not on the foul line here. He may have a legitimate case. Phil Mildenhall didn't want to know about it, though. Leroy Loggins with an opportunity. Fires the ball to Rutherford in turn. Kahari Jackson against Bradke. Nice cut to Kerle, and Simon Kerle adds another 2 to his tally. Now with 13 in the game, including 6 assists as well. Now Simon Kerle going to work on Stephen Hoare. Oh, excellent move from Simon Kerle, and gets the 2 as well. On a hint of a travel in the play phase. That went unnoticed. Simon Kerle now with 15 in the game, after having only 6 at half-time. A good recovery.
The ball, which was Rutherford, he's got to get back.
Simon Kerle tries to turn the corner. Nice little pull-up jump shot, just rims out. And the Sydney Kings have high at the other end of the floor. Rutherford on a ball screen. He'll give it to Kerle with a leaner. Nothing but net. Felt like he was hit on the back of the head, but he gets it to drop. Off the mark, Wheeler. Good skip pass to Kerle. And a 3-point basket by Simon Kerle gives the Brisbane Bullets a 2-point lead as we're under a minute on that occasion. Kerle, long-range bomb, finds the mark. That one's just for 2 as it takes the lead out to 3. And the Sydney Kings
Dispute. You know what in the world is going on?
Well, our referee with a microphone was nowhere near the scorer's bench, so we couldn't really hear what was going on. But if I had to guess, Bruce, I would think that it was some kind of a violation where a player just walked out onto the floor. Now, maybe it's
Martin Catalini. That might look like he fell out of the ceiling. He is the absolute elevator man.
Simon Kerle goes to the hole, and you know he wanted to
to go to the line for his and one, and he doesn't get it.
We got to be lucky that the league doesn't.
Shane Heel with the turnover. Simon Kerle will go right at Matty Nielsen. Good job. Right at the body of Matty Nielsen. Good job also of holding back, because Simon really had Matty in an awkward position. Didn't want to give up a three-point play. That's tries to throw a dart to Cooper. Zaghetti gets one to Kerle. Yes. Picking up a loose ball, Matty Nielsen, with a bad entry pass from Terry Johnson to Leroy. That'll be a deuce. Yeah. Can he finish the play off? Kicks it to Leroy Loggins. Kerle has a wide open look. Nothing but net.
Wow. It's a happening thing, you know. We talk about
continue to be aggressive on the offensive end of the floor. The Sydney Kings have not had an answer late in the third quarter, and especially here in the fourth for the Brisbane Bullets on this end. Tough shot by Simon Kerle. He's in the flow.
that was a tough shot.
Leroy Loggins napping a little bit, had his hands down, and he hits a big shot. Now this is a crucial stop for the Sydney Kings if they want to get back into this basketball game. Kerle, yeah!
Oh no, baby! Oh, do drop in. That is deep space three.
And Simon Kerle trying to take his team over the line. Now let's see if Brisbane can score on the other end. Terry Johnson reaching a lot with the other team in the bonus. Heel on the man of the hour, Simon Kerle. Tough shot, it's blocked. Can Moore come up with it? No, Cooper comes up with it. Big offense. Kerle with a three. He's fouled.
Oh, fouled and 3 free throws. Now, I would bet my contents, every business card in my wallet, that these 3 are down, because he's a rivet at any time in the game here. When the game's on the line, he's ice.
Simon Kerle has been instrumental in the Brisbane Bullets keeping the Sydney Kings at bay. The first one's down. Bruce Palmer's contents look good so far in his wallet. The second one's money.
Every IOU in my wallet. That's 7 for 7 on the night for Simon. 8th grade, it's like shelling peas.
Simon Kerle has been a monster. That takes his team out to 4. Shane will be looking for a 3. Step back. That looks good. That's long. Big offensive rebound by Smith. Kicks it out. Heel's got another look. That's short. Will they get another chance? Simon Kerle picks up a big offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and he's fouled by Terry Johnson. Simon Kerle, it's fitting that he pulled down that rebound. The Kings have had a number of opportunities, and by their gun player, Shane Heel, who is their best player in the crunch, has had a couple go missing. That didn't find the mark. Randy Rutherford, oh, he'd be pleased. His team showing tremendous character, especially this man on the line. Simon Kerle drops them both. And that's about all she wrote. It's the Brisbane Bullets 94, the Sydney Kings 90. What a gutsy effort by that man's crew. Richard Ehrlich's crew, the Brisbane Bullets. In this game, you hate to see somebody go away a loser, but that is the better team on the night, and they deserve to win. Simon Kerle, unbelievable effort for the Brisbane Bullets with Randy Rutherford out of the basketball game. And those are the full-time stats. Brisbane with a 3-point lead over the Sydney Kings. Never caught them in shooting percentage. The Sydney Kings shooting 41% to Brisbane's 39. 5 more 3-point shots went down for the Brisbane Bullets, then the Sydney Kings, thanks to Simon Kerle. Free throws, 34 for the Sydney Kings, and some crucial missed ones. 24 of 34 at 65%, 18 of 29. That was a big factor. And here are the top scorers. Simon Kerle, man, did he come to play. Started off slow and came good at the right time for his 32 points. Leroy Loggins with 25. Randy Rutherford had 16 in the first half. Barlow was excellent in his work ethic, picked up 12. Halliwell had some timely baskets for 7. Nielsen led the way for the Sydney Kings. But the man of the hour is with Bruce Palmer right now, Simon Kerle.
Simon, congratulations. You had a wonderful game. Last week, you guys came up big. You're looking better this week. What's been going on within the camp, and how'd you address today's game?
I think, you know, for us with, so many injuries now, and I think the first 5 games, our team defense was very, very poor. For us to be, even have a chance in the game, have a chance of winning, we need to play good, solid team defense. And the last 2 games, we've done that and worked very hard during practice that, so it's been good.
You did a fantastic job, and you yourself offensively, have you becoming more of a focal point with the team?
I think, I did a lot of work pre-season, and